I'm Killian, and I'm a developmental editor and have over 15 titles published.
And I'm CJ, author, artist, and I eat, sleep, and breathe storytelling. We're critique partners, and we're here to explore and discover the art of story.
From beginning to end.
From inspiration
to hitting publish. Welcome back, everybody. CJ and I are back with episode 2 on improving your writing 101, getting out of that bubble.
What is the bubble?
And what is the bubble? It's that writing bubble that you may experience when you are first starting out, writing a book for the very first time and feeling lonesome.
Yep. That place where you just are like a vacuum. You have no input, no output, nobody to share your joy, nobody to help you see clearly. And we're going to get out of that bubble this time. Last episode, we talked about critique partners, and now let's talk about beta readers. Yeah. So, Killian, what is a beta reader?
A beta reader. It's not like a beta fish. Sorry, I had to.
Or a Greek letter in the alphabet.
Or a Greek letter in the alphabet. So a beta reader, so we talked about critique partners, right? So a beta reader would be a reader who enjoys reading the genre that you are writing. I am emphasizing this because sometimes writers are so desperate to get their work out that they give their manuscript to anyone. And it doesn't even matter what they read.
Don't do it!
But you're my best friend! I want you to read this, but I don't read contemporary romance. I read horror.
Or worse, I don't even read.
Oh my God. The amount of times I've heard that one before.
No,
how is a beta reader? They don't even read.
Feelings. They don't want to hurt your feelings, so they're gonna say I'll beta read for you, but they're not gonna even open them.
So a beta reader is a person that you would want to be giving you feedback as if they were a reader out in the unknown, picking up your book and reading it for fun.
So
for fun.
What's the obvious difference between a beta reader and a critique partner?
So a critique partner should be giving you structural story feedback.
Right. Peer-to-peer.
Right? Peer-to-peer. They are usually writers, because then if they're not writers, then they're not your partner.
Yeah.
That disqualifies them from being a critique partner.
Right. And a beta reader is a reader.
Right. And a beta reader.
Can a beta reader also be an author?
Sure.
Of course.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's not their function in giving you beta reader is to be a reader.
Is to be a reader. Because a critique partner, because you guys are both in it and you're both studying your craft and honing your skills, right? You're both giving each other structural feedback on your story development, your character development. You are adamantly looking for plot holes or little plot bunnies running around in your manuscript that others should not be there to catch.
Right.
Because you don't want to put the cart before the horse. You don't want to get a beta reader first and say, hey, and give them your first draft when they are not in the same skill set and mindset that you are.
Yeah, so timing. Let's talk about timing. When should we start looking for beta readers?
After you finish your manuscript.
Which manuscript? You like how I did that? I'm playing devil's advocate.
Any manuscript.
So let's talk about, so I just finished writing my debut novel, A Week in Archangel, coming out on May 29th. And Yay! I did not get my first beta readers until I want to say it was my third draft, but in reality, it was my fifth actual full draft before I actually got beta readers to read that.
So you want to be giving them a manuscript that you are looking to publish before you publish. Right. Now, when are you giving it
and
to
before
them?
You get editors, which will be in our next show.
Hold on, but which kind of editors? You're
right.
Because you do not want to be giving your beta reader something that has not been developmentally edited first.
Right.
You're giving them your manuscript that is before you publish.
So these beta readers, essentially, it's just like a software. Like if you're using the beta version, it's just the version to a select few people before it hits the market.
about to go to market.
Yeah.
It's
about to go to
some
market.
Beta feedback.
Yeah.
That is what this is.
Yeah. It's kind of like a last checks and balances.
They're testing your product. They're testing your product. They are not helping you develop your product at that stage.
Hopefully.
That is the critique stage.
Hopefully, hopefully there's no major issues that you're going to find that was totally missed by your critique partners and your developmental editor, which we will speak about in another show.
Right. At that stage, that shouldn't be happening.
Right. So beta test readers. They're the test readers. Okay. Where should we be looking for these beta readers?
There are many groups on Facebook with people who are looking to read for fun, but they don't want to spend all of their money. Yeah,
and the Instagram. I'm not big on the talk. I'm not big.
They might not be looking for new authors. Some of these might want to be ARC readers, and we can talk about that in another video. Yeah. But these are people who are reading for you for free.
And now you're going to try to get into some controversy?
Yeah.
Okay. So
sometimes there are paid beta readers. You might find them on Fiverr. Usually the types of writers who are looking to pay for beta readers, it's because they got a time crunch. Yeah. And a lot of times, because this is usually a free transaction, a lot of people don't follow through.
Let's talk about that controversy. Paid beta Paid beta readers versus free beta readers. What's your take?
It's all right. If you want to charge to be a beta reader, you want to try to make money by reading, that's fine with me. What you are looking to do though is to offer a service to a writer who is in a time crunch. Okay. Now, to promote yourself as a professional reader, I would ask, how long have you been offering critiques? I think there's a lot of misconception over what a beta reader does and a critique partner does. And unfortunately, that starts going down the grapevine to new writers, and they want to skip money on developmental editing by hiring beta readers.
Right.
And you're not going to get the same feedback.
Okay. Now, my experience is that none of my damn beta readers open the damn book.
Right.
The free ones. So
the free ones.
I did go down the rabbit hole and really look for the people that had, I went on Upwork, Fiverr,
Yeah.
And I found some beta readers that had amazing reviews and feedback, and they were paid, but I just did not have the time to waste. And the level of feedback that I got from them was actually really good. I didn't know, I didn't have, and we'll talk about this next, the way to guarantee you're going to get solid feedback. I didn't know that at the time, but these people actually had their own little layout of, they would break down a chapter and tell me what they liked and what they didn't like. And they went
that's perfect.
Chapter and
that's what you need.
So if you're going to pay for a beta, I skew, a lot of people hate paid beta readers. I skew that I honestly prefer a paid beta reader because at least I know you're going to open the damn book. You're going to read it. And if you're painting yourself as some kinds of a professional reader or getting paid to read, you're going to go a little bit above and beyond. You're going to be timely, because that's a big one.
And that's the big
timeline. One. But you're also going to give chapter by chapter feedback, give an overview, and go above and beyond, say what a free beta reader might do. And I like guarantees. That's my thing. But free beta reader is not guaranteed. They owe you nothing. They owe you nothing. But a lot of people will disagree with what I'm saying passionately. I made the mistake of commenting on Facebook.
And honestly, when indie publishing opened up, big, and we hit that publishing boom because there are no more gatekeepers, we start getting every single way of making money in the business. And a lot of people will agree with one thing and disagree with one thing. What I like to say is, don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Right? Don't just go one way and be like, oh, that's evil. Oh, that's bad. Oh, do this. No, because you know what? If an author is in a time crunch and you need something beta read before you publish, then by all means, go and check out some paid betas on Fiverr or whatnot.
Yeah.
Fiverr is like a needle in a haystack. don't hate the company. There's a lot of people on there and they're small businesses that have something to share. So, you know.
Yeah, and it's not like a huge risk you're taking. Like my experience, I did take a huge risk, and you know, we'll talk about that in the next episode that we're going to do about developmental editors. But I took a risk on a developmental editor on a really fancy platform that I won't name. But you know, they didn't even read my manuscript. They BS.
I remember that.
Oh, it was horrific.
I'm
like, wow, I just spent all my money on this developmental edit. I didn't get one.
And I'm thinking, and you know what? You went through the experience, and again, we'll talk more about that in another video. You went through the experience, and that in itself has a lot of value.
Yeah. Well, so I ended up using those beta readers. I said, you know what? Let me get a couple of paid beta readers and get their genuine feedback. And for me, because of that unique situation, they did kind of help as a partially as a developmental edit. You know what I mean? Yeah. But honestly, they kind of like it didn't need too much changing at that point. But I'm just saying, depending on the situation. If you're going to use a paid beta reader, CJ ain't judging you. Girl, boy, go on. Use that paid beta reader. Some people are against it. Listen, if you're a beta reader who's out there and you are doing it for free because you're supporting indie authors or because you love new books, you love new artists, you want to support artists, I love you. My hat is off to you. Please contact us in the comments below so that we can log you. Because if you follow through and you're really doing it, that's amazing. But last important point that I want to hit, Killian, is so let's just say we find our beta readers, be they paid or be they free, whatever it is. Now, how do we guarantee that we're going to get the kinds of feedback that we're looking for?
Excellent.
And I don't just mean telling me that I'm fabulous, like meaningful, constructive feedback for what we're looking for, like pacing, you know.
Well, okay, so this is a very important thing that you as a writer need to learn how to discern because for critique feedback, it's a whole different thing, right? So you're going from a critique partner who should know what they are looking for. When you have a beta reader, it's better to set up questions that you want your beta reader to be able to answer and position them at the end of perhaps each chapter. You can do the whole book. That can at the end of the book, that's fine too. Or the end of the short story, whatever you have. But some writers will put it like at the end of each chapter.
Right.
Now.
That's good. That's smart.
I wouldn't do 10 questions at the end of each chapter.
Yeah.
I have seen this. And that is homework for a reader who you want them to read the next chapter and get through it. Because it's going to be hard to have a follow-up question to say, did you want to read
Especially if they're free.
Especially if they're free.
You know, be like, I'm out of here.
On after chapter 1.
Yeah.
Well, after they just answered 10 freaking questions, no, they wanted to put it down so that they can go make dinner. You know what I'm saying? So you want to make it very snappy.
Yeah.
I would maybe break it up.
Can you give us a couple of samples of questions that we can put in our manuscripts? You know, like we could even just say, hey, chapter by chapter. We can even give them one sheet. You know.
Were you hooked from the beginning of the chapter?
Okay.
Did you feel bored? Was there? How long did it take you to get into the chapter? Right. How long did it take you to feel something for the character?
Right.
That is not something your critique partner might point out because they're looking for structural stuff.
Yeah.
This is something that your beta reader should be able to tell you.
Are you getting attached? Are you invested?
Are you getting attached?
Are you
Do
getting
you
invested?
care?
Yes.
Do you care about such and such
Are
character?
you bored?
Were you bored at any point?
And also, if there's a particular point in your manuscript that you are concerned, you know, sometimes we get like critique partner feedback where like, oh, maybe one person thinks this way and somebody else, you know, if I have two critique partners, let's just say, and you think that this is poorly paced and one person thinks it's fine, it's like, well, I might not be so sure. So I might want to flag that when I get my beta readers, I ask a specific question about that section of my manuscript. Like, did this feel boring to you? Was this dragging? You know.
And very important on that note, make sure that they read in your genre.
Always. I got whatever, it was a review that just came in from one of the ARC readers, and it was just so obvious this person did not read like multi-POV epic. It was still, you know, I was grateful for the review. It was a good review.
Sure. Yeah.
I think it was maybe less stars because this person really clearly did not know the genre expectations. You know, my bad. I'm approving all of them, but it is important that you're getting feedback for your genre.
Yeah.
Okay. So don't go calling romantasy girls or boys to read your epic horror thriller. They're not gonna like it.
They're not gonna like it. And they're gonna be giving you the wrong feedback that you need.
We need more blood.
For your audience.
But it's a romance.
Well, romantasy has a lot of blood, so maybe that example, you know, there's a little bit of an overlap there. But
it's a historical romance. What do you mean you want more blood?
Small town contemporary readers, and they're reading freaking
bloody romantic.
They're reading like dark romance or something.
All right, good. So I think we cleared up. I think we've covered beta reader topic pretty thoroughly. So all right, we're going to continue our series. So look for the next video. Give this one a like and a subscribe, and we will see you next time. Like and
subscribe. There's links on the comments.
And maybe you'll even find your critique partners in the comments.
Yeah.
Hey, you never know. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.